All right, so good morning, active traders. Give me the tickers you'd like me to look at, and I'll do charts of your choice later today. So welcome aboard, and wanted to say, wow, so many people. Got so many new folks on board. Great to see you here. Wow. I have to try and get to some of these. A long list already, wow. Thanks, Novell. Hey, thanks, Phil. Hey, Polly. Hey, Wendy. Hey, folks. Good to see you guys here. So let's take a look at the market. We're still in what? How many of you think we're in a bear market rally, or do you think we've finally broken through and the market's destined to go up from here? What do you guys think? Technically, we're still in a bear market rally because the market, if you take a look at the S&P, we're still, if you hold the channel high here, we're still in a downtrend unless we break the 40-50, right? So we just got a few handles up on the S&P, but until we break the 4050, this is still technically a bear market rally. So yeah, and you're right. Yeah, William said we have to break the 200 MA. That's true. Amira, hey Amira, how you doing? Right, saying bear market downtrend not broken up yet. Now we may poke our heads up above that. We'll see. Again, the thing to look for is 3 days or more of continuous move above a broken trend line. So if we do get over the 40-50 next week in the S&P, we may well be in for some upside move, and that would be great. But if the market does what it has 100% of the time all this past year, it's going to be a fake out, and we'll probably get at least 1 or 2 red days next week. So I'd want to urge you to be cautious. All right, well, let's take a look at the market, and let's take a look at some of your folks' charts as well. Can you guys repost the tickers you posted? I'm sorry, I got all these scrolling by, big turnout. See, JP Morgan. So hit me up with your tickers, guys. I had a bunch of them post, but then you guys answered my questions. Thank you. Let's see. We will take a look at charts of your choice. That's what I like best about these events, because yeah, gold's been up a bit thanks to Newmont and GDX. Ford packing. Oh, sorry, that's BAC. Okay, we'll look at those and others in just a minute. Do keep those tickers coming, and we'll see what's up. So anyway, the market's been doing a pretty sharp bounce to the upside, but we're still in a downtrending channel off the high. And so, how to say, the powers that be that tell Wall Street to spend money and to buy equities always look at a lot of different variables, but one of them is obviously trend. So we'll see where things go from here. Thanks so much for all the tickers, guys. I think we'll start by just jumping into your guys' charts of your choice, and we'll see what the market has to say about all this. Let me see, I want to get this to the 90-day up here, so bear with me just a minute. Into the 3-month chart. Okay, so now this is the S&P. Let's take a quick look at this before we take a closer look at the individual stock charts. Wow, a bunch of them. Slow down just a bit, guys. There's someone even coming. I have to scramble to type in all these things. Let's see. Thanks so much for the tickers. Good to see what's of interest. Okay. So anyway, let's take a look. In the broad market, you can see that, what is it, five of the last 6 candles have been green, despite a shooting star there back on Monday, right? So we're still uptrending, but we're going to run into overhead resistance. Horizontal resistance is at the 4100, and we want to see if we break north of that coming up as well. So we're on our way up. One of the things that I don't know how many of you day trade versus swing trade, but we've had really good opportunities this past week, right? How many of you are trading like Bitcoin stocks yesterday? Marathon, Riot, and Coinbase are all up nicely. We had lots of good charts. Bed Bath & Beyond was great. Now for swing traders, I called along for my traders Bed Bath & Beyond back on Tuesday and Wednesday. I said, don't hold it overnight Thursday, and that was correct. It ran up sharply. So if you were trading BBBY, that was quite the runner, right? That was the most exciting chart of the week, at least for me. I would call it long for my traders back here on, I believe it was Tuesday, right? Now this illustrates one of my favorite patterns, and that's small candle, large candle. It's in an uptrend off a base or off a breakout. See that little tiny doji back 5 candles ago, and then the one I'm pointing to? Small candle followed by a large candle and uptrend often leads to a huge spike up. That's why my traders were thrilled to see my long alert for them at $1.85. Yeah, that was the long alert, 185 for swing and day trades. And I said to sell it all Thursday afternoon. And that was a perfect call. It could have over doubled your money, right? I said to go long at 185. That was my squawk. Now I run my live room much like a Wall Street squawk box. I give specific entries, when to get out, when to re-enter, all for paper trading, educational use only, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I called BBBY at 185. I give myself credit for that as my call of the week. And I said to sell it all the end of day Thursday, because take the money and run. See, hint, whenever you buy something at $1.85 a share and you can sell it for $5 a share, take the money and ring the register, right? Buy, buy, buy. Or in this case, sell, sell, sell. So we had a really good trade opportunity set up for our members with Bed Bath & Beyond in the live room as well. That was a good chart. And we've had so many good ones to work with lately. So anyway, let's take a look at some of your guys' charts. Now that was a very short-term momentum runner, right? That was a short-term 2 or 3 day round trip. Now, if you trade like I do, I trade a variety of styles. I'll trade intraday for anywhere from 3, 4, 5 minute scalps up to an hour or two for intraday trades. I do overnight holds for swing trades of anywhere from 2 or 3 days up to maybe 5 or 6 days. I seldom hold a swing trade longer than a week or so, but some of you may hold longer, and if you do, lots of charts will oblige too with really good breakouts. Let's take a look at some of the charts of your choice. Thanks for the heads up on JPM. Before we continue on though, I wanted to say a profound thanks. I was getting ready for taxes this year, right? It's that time of year, right? It's now that we have all our numbers in at the end. We don't have the 1099s and all from the brokers, but at least we have, as business owners, we have our income and expenses. We don't have the brokerage forms yet, but anyway, my sales last year, biggest increase in my company 20-year history, 28% boost for my 2021 sales compared to last year. Last year I was up nearly 30%. If my company was publicly traded and I had a stock, it would go like from 20 gap up to like 30 or something, right? So anyway, I wanted to say a profound thank you. It means so much to me that you guys trust me this much, right? And that's proof. I screen capped this just this morning, and I covered up the total income because it's a big number. But anyway, the point is, and this is just PayPal. This is my PayPal sales. I also take sales on one shopping cart. But anyway, sales up nearly 30% year over year. So thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for trusting me. I work really hard for it. I work hard for the money, and I hope that I can be of continued help to you guys. So, well, thanks, Phil, saying great news. You sure deserve all the best. Well, you too, man. Thanks. You've been with me a long time. So that's just a sincere thanks. I've never seen sales this big increase year over year in my company history. Normally, a really good year is like 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8% in the single digits. I've never had a double digit, nearly 30% increase in sales. So thank you. Profound thanks. Thank you for your trust. And we'll take a look at our charts here in just a sec. One thing I wanted to note before we move back to the charts is just that I do have the live room available. And basically, I do live calls for both swing and day trades in the morning from 8:30 till 11 o'clock, and then in the afternoon as well. So whether you're a day trader or if you're a swing trader for stocks, usually one's under $50 a share, we meet regularly 5 days a week. So give it a try. It's at trademastery.com/live, my Trading the Open live room. Thanks, Annabelle. Appreciate it. All right, so let's take a look at our charts. Let's get back to it. What's the story with old JP Morgan? Is it taking out new highs? Sure. Did it have a good day yesterday? Absolutely. 20 million share high volume day, biggest volume day in a month, and it took out new highs up to 144. That's a spectacular chart. The range isn't quite what I'd like. For $100 or 140 a share, I'd like to see a little more range, but it's good enough, and it's a really good chart. It's good strength, and looks like it's a good one if it keeps going up over that 144. Wow, that's great. I like this chart too. Thank you. This is the kind I would trade. I don't like trading $100 stocks. I like, give me something that's less expensive but has lots of lots of room to run. GGAL, that's a spectacular chart. I think we'll have a hard time beating that chart today. That's whoever posted that one. Congrats, that's good. From about $8 breakout base here, over that bull cup, right? From 8 all the way to 13. So really spectacular run in GGAL. Now, what I would like, given that it's run this rich, here's a quick trading tip. Whenever you see something that's run up continuously for at least like 10 days in a row like this, often the best play is not to trade the obvious new high, but to wait for a first pullback and then go long above the high. So, for example, let's say it goes up to like 13.6, 13.7, drops down to 13, and then bounces. I would play it up, say, over the 13.80 or over the 14. So that's the play on this chart. May run, my forecast, my official call would be, it'll likely run up to 13.7 or so, maybe 8, and then pull back. We don't touch it during that time. But once it takes out a new high, say over the 14, that would be a good play on this chart. So wait for the inevitable pullback, the fake out. How many of you have been faked out by things that look like a good breakout? I am daily, right? We all are, right? It looks like it's going to break out and keep running, and often, oops, it goes right back down. This is a strategy. And the reason that I say wait for after a pullback high is because you have a decrease in the whole real body height. The net range is identical, so it's still very strong, but because the whole real body height is compressed, right? Whole real body height on Thursday was larger than Friday. It's getting closer to indecisiveness. So I would expect either false breakout or a pullback within the next 2 days, either Monday or Tuesday. So I'd likely trade this Wednesday or Thursday over 14. That would be the play. And that's the kind of thinking you have to put into these charts, right? I've been doing this many, many years, and did 41 million worth of trades last year. So I've got lots of experience, and I've learned every which way, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Let's take a look at some other charts. We don't have time for a ton, but let's take a look here. Okay, here's another good chart, VYGR. It sounds like Voyager, right? This one's great. Now this one has a small followed by a large whole body candle, which is better, right? We have increased momentum on Friday, went from 950 to 11. So obviously, and not a trade recommendation, but I'd be looking for long over the 11. Protective stop no further down than 10, right? And that one looks good, a good strong breakout. And so many charts to work with here. Here's our next one. What is that one? YPF. You guys all have winning charts. They're so far 100% are great charts. So congratulations. Back when I used to do these, people would give me really terrible tickers of choppy charts. These are all tradable. They're all really good breakouts. So congratulations. Smart eyes and ears, smart people out there. That one looks good. How about... I think that was supposed to be Newmont on a gold play, right? Yeah, that looks great. Yeah. Hey, gold's been strong lately, right? Metals, all metals. Also, you may want to look at X and FCX for steel and copper, but yeah, the Newmont looks really good. It's a good continuous uptrend, 40 to 50. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's a good chart, good volume, good breakout potential, and good consistency. One of the keys to success in being more consistent in your trading is two things. One is consistent charts, and the other is rules-based or consistent trading. You always have to have your rules. Like I always buy above 2-day highs and I sell below 2-day lows. And developing a strategy and a step-by-step process to making that work is what I'm here for. BAC, now that's a horrible chart. It's in the middle of a range, it's likely to chop. EEM, that's good, that'll play. That's another good chart. So we're almost 100%. While I would prefer to see larger candles, it's a lot of low range charts. So that's one thing that would have me be cautious about this chart is the daily trading ranges in this instrument are relatively compressed, which I don't care for as much. But it's still a good chart. It's an up chart, so it's tradable. How about old Starbucks? Is it full of caffeine or full of something else? No, I don't like it. And maybe for like a long-term investment type of thing, like if like people who trade Apple or buy Apple, this is good for those. So active investors, if you're going to hold this for several months kind of thing, it may be good. But the range is not extreme enough for me to justify $100, $107 share price tag for the shares with only a 20-point delta on the chart. For $100 a share, I'd want to see at least 40 or 30 or 40 points or better for the range. So the range is not good enough, but the trend is fine. How about this one? People asking about this one, SILK. That'd be okay for a day trade, but not a swing trade. Even the day trading volume's kind of sketchy. So no, I don't like that one. That one I'd more likely get burned by than make money. Well, this gets award for the horrible chart of the day award. This chart really sucks. This one bites it. CALM, worst chart ever. Johnny, tell them what they've won. An SUV, no, an SUCK chart. SMFG, again, I like the trend. It's great. What I don't like is the ranges are relatively compressed, but the volume, daily volume is good. So yeah, that one will play. I'd give that a B, but that's a good chart too. So good charts, guys. Thanks. Let's see, how about GDX? Instead of GDXU. I prefer GDX because the volume's better. Looks spectacular. Gold's, remember I've been calling gold for you guys since back in November, I think it was November 15th or something. I've been calling gold long for you guys. Anyway, and they continue up, whether you're trading GDX or GLD or AUI or NEM or any of the golds. You can see GDX looks perfect. That's a wonderful chart. 23 to 33, good range, good volume, good price action. Not a trade recommendation, but where I'd traded over, say, 33.4 or so, 33.30, 33.40, somewhere in the low 33s with a protective stop at 32.50. And an exit target would be in the high 30s, like near 38, 39. That's really important. When you put together a trade plan, you want to develop your exit targets, your initial risk, and also how to scale in. So if I buy, say, 33, let's just say I buy 33.5. Where would I scale in again? 35.5, then maybe 37. And I'd look to exit the trade by 40. All right, what else? I think that's about it. Yep, okay, now let's take a look at some of our earlier charts and see how they hold up. These are charts that you guys had mentioned a week or two ago. That one stopped its uptrend, so it's fired. VIPS. That's a beautiful thing. That was our chart of the week 2 weeks ago, I think, right? Or middle of December. That's a beautiful chart. I love this chart. VIPS. That one actually gets my award for the best chart of the month. VIPS looks fantastic. It went from 6 to 16, huge range, clean chart, nice 45-degree angle breakout, and a continuous uptrend. So that one's good. VIPS will work. I have no idea what company it is, but VIPS. You don't need, that's the great thing about trading. You don't need to know anything about the company. TME, beautiful chart. I love that chart. TAL, sucks. How about 9? A great chart. That's a good one, right? Good continuous uptrend. VKTX. Trying to whittle the list of candidates down. I like it. It's kind of a coiled spring breakout, but there's better charts out there, so we will reluctantly say goodbye to that one. It's good, but there's better out there. That one's kind of iffy. It's a good chart. It's got great range, but the price action is uncertain. So I mean, it's going up, but I'd be more likely to take a stop in that one. Wow, United, the airlines have really taken off, right? Since the start of the new year, airlines are up. If you look at Delta and American, you'll see that too. But I don't like that pattern. That pattern I love though. CBA is great. That's truly a wonderful chart. CBAY, it's great. It's got a 45-degree angle breakout, congestion zone, a small followed by large horror body green candles on Thursday, Friday. CBAY, that'll play up in new highs. Boom. We're almost done here. So these are charts that you guys had mentioned weeks ago, or ones that I'd brought up. We're going to see if they're still any good. Apple really sucks. We don't trade it, we own it. Well, own it if you want to lose your ass. UNG looks horrible. Eagle's probably good, right? Echo Gold, I believe. Yeah, all things gold are good, so EGO in the list there. I used to trade AUY, I think it was Yamana. Silver's up too. Silver's a go. Silver and gold are both good. Precious metals are all good right now, so continue on with your precious metals, silver and gold. Our SQs has been beaten down since the market's been going up. Inverses, a quick interesting tip. Because the market is up near the upper bound of that downtrending channel, if the market's up, all of our inverse things are down testing their lows. Next week would be a good time to consider inverse instruments like your SQs or SPXS or SOXS or any of them if we see a bounce of at least 2 days in a row. So for example, I would like SQs if it bounces for a couple of days and recovers 50 and goes up. So if the market goes down at any point in the next week, which is very likely to do, you may want to consider initiating some positions in inverse instruments as well. And our downtrodden VIX has been really decimated, right? The VIX is definitely overdone down here under the 20. 20 had been key support on the VIX, so keep an eye on the VIX at 20. If the VIX gets back over 20, the market will be going down, right? So we want to go into inverses and like VIX, UXY, whatever, VXX, if the VIX gets back over 20. But we lost support on Thursday in the VIX, and that's noteworthy. We're likely to bounce, and usually when the VIX loses support, it snaps back up. So it's very contrary to how stocks trade. So our Chicago Board of Exchange Volatility Index, the VIX, is down under the 20, so it's a bull market signal unless it bounces back over that 20. Just like the S&P is still a bull market pattern, or a bear market rally to the upside, but we expect it to stall out here momentarily somewhere by the 4,100. So I think that'll do it. Hey, Andy, thanks. All right, well, traders, I think we're going to wrap up for today. I wanted to thank you guys for being here. You guys have been great. We've had so many good charts to work with. And again, my profound thanks to all of you for making it a great year. So get excited, get involved, do try my live room. You can try it, risk-free for a couple of weeks to see what you think. I've got so many new members on board. We've got members from all over the world, but mostly the US and a handful from Canada, but a lot of people from the USA and others from scattered ones from other countries. We meet every Monday through Friday. Remember, markets are closed Monday in observance of Martin Luther King holiday, so we resume on Tuesday. So do be sure to join sometime between now and then, and you'll be able to work with me 5 days a week and ask me questions, give me tickers, we'll pull them up. And again, that's at trademastery.com/live. In live markets, by the way, we don't look at these kind of charts. Let me be really explicit about that. This is the kind of chart. This is the main chart we use in the live room. It's a 2-day, 1-minute candlestick chart. And for example, I called Marathon, a Bitcoin stock or Bitcoin related stock, MARA. I called the long frame members before the bell. I said we go long if it gets over the 680. It ran all the way to the 8 whole number. Again, we sell into whole numbers. So we bought the 680, we pulled back, we sold the 7, we bought in at 7.4 and then sold right under the 8. So trading within the whole numbers is really good, especially 2-day high breakouts like this one. I called it a bit early, right under that at 680, and that was a good call. And this is the kind of chart that we like to focus on in the live room, ones like this, the good volatility and good volume. And good directional play, right? Bed Bath & Beyond is a real monster on Wednesday and Thursday especially. Yesterday kind of gave it all back, but the days before is big. So we cover these too, whether it's breakouts or breakdowns. Tesla was a monster run. I called up for my members yesterday, 116.7. And by the way, as you see over here in the right column, I deliver to my members very much like a Wall Street Squawk Box, a professional trading environment. If I'd say any live room that doesn't give specific entries is full of shit, and it's like a talking head room, and that's probably better than nothing, but not very good. As professionals, like a lot of professional traders, one thing that my members value in my live room, and why my sales are up like 28% this past year, is I give specific where to get in and specific stops and targets and re-entries step by step as it's starting to move. So for example, like this is down here and it's starting to bounce and saying, okay, traders will go long if it gets over 116.7, put a protective stop at 116.30 or so. And once it gets up here, we scale in over the 118.70. That was my second long. Anyway, but for the most part, we cover charts that are less expensive. Like this one, or NEGG was one that one of my really smart members, Mick, had mentioned. This is one our members got coverage on too, NEGG, yesterday. But that's my favorite kind of chart, where you have a strong previous day uptrend and then a breakout, either a bullish cup or a gap continuation, a gap runner in the current day. And those are the things we focus on. We do not cover low float, thinly traded, dangerous pop and drop momentum chat room type stocks. We cover things that are high volume, high volatility, and I like to make it as easy as possible. So step by step, you learn exactly what to trade. So anyway, that'll wrap us up, and we will see where things move next week. So best wishes, guys. Have a great new year. It's going to be, let's see, next time we meet, I will have had my birthday. It's my birthday. Wish me happy birthday. I'll be 59 years old. How did that happen? I'm getting so old. 59 years old on the 19th. So I will be almost 60 come Thursday. So happy birthday to me, and happy birthday to you guys having birthdays. And someone said I'm just a puppy. I don't feel like it at 50, 58. Hey, thanks, Neville. Appreciate it. Thanks. Hey, thanks, Heidi. Thanks, John. Hey, thanks, William. Thanks, Bill. Hey, thanks, John. Thanks, Rahul. All these things scrolling by. Thank you. I appreciate it. And you guys have happy birthdays for you and your families too, if you're having one soon. And let's trade together. You know, it means so much to me that you guys trust me and work together with me. I give you my best, right? So I've learned the hard way, the very hard way, taking thousands of stops as well as thousands of wins, the difference between what works and what doesn't. And that's what I bring to the live room and what I teach. So let's see, William saying, can we access through your live room scanners? No, I'm the scanner, and I give you guys the tickers right here. So I'm the human scanner, the incredible human scanner. I keep getting software companies, the charting companies of virtually every major charting software company in the world has repeatedly asked me to create expert advisor and scanning software with them, but I just haven't had time because I trade a lot and then I run this dang business. It's so busy. So I'm the scanner. So I give you guys real-time entries. And you get the watch list like starting at 8:30 in the morning. So you got a whole hour to look at the watch list, and we add to it. You know, as members may find a good chart out there, we'll pull it up, and if it looks great, we add it to the list together as a team. And then before the bell, I type in the entry prices to use, paper trading only, for education use only, but entry prices before it gets there. So you get alerts before price action runs where it's going to go. And then the stops, and we have stops too, of course. Now then I'll say put a stop at, you know, whatever. We get in at 1880 and we have a hard stop at 1850 or whatever. And I tell you guys how to manage that from step by step. Yeah, thanks, William, saying Ken's a continuous scanner software. Yeah, I try. Yeah, good point from Ken. Hey, Silver, thanks, man. Thanks for the icons. Anyway, you guys have been great. So thanks so much. Have a happy new year, a safe time ahead, and take care. Let's do it. Let's get this together. So see you guys next time. Bye for now. And trade smart. Let's make it work. So join my live room. It's at trademastery.com/live, or at least take a look at the page and see what you think. I put some videos, some new videos on the page too. So if you haven't looked at the page in a month or two, you want to look at the newly updated videos at trademastery.com/live. All right, trade smart. Bye for now. And have a blessed weekend, and let's rest up. We got a 3-day weekend, so let's make the most of it. Take care, and hopefully I'll see you in the room come Tuesday morning. Bye for now. Take care.